Hunter the dog. Taylor's dog, really, but a family dog.
We had just lost my golden before a few years earlier, and I had been begging my parents for another dog. And I think I was 11, 12, pretty young.
And we were at a tournament in Quebec.
I remember begging. I was just, we need another dog, we need another dog.
We kept putting her off, and finally,
I was like, okay, like if I get a hat trick today, let alone I was not a big scorer.
I said to her, you score 3 goals in this game, we'll get you a puppy.
He thought we were playing the best team in the tournament.
Thinking that it would never happen.
Turns out we weren't.
And after the first period, she scored her 3rd goal in the first period, and she looked up into the stands and she said, puppy.
I scored a hat trick in the first period. Got player of the game. I just remember the bus cheering, and then we got my dog.
And that's the puppy.
And that's the puppy.
Mr. Woofers.
As much as he said it was the hat trick, I think he wanted a dog as well, and it was kind of a, hopefully you get this hat trick so we can get another family dog. And he was such a great dog, and I think everyone loved him so much.
You know, starting out, I think it was very challenging for her because it was very tough for women or girls to break into hockey at that point.
I remember when she used to play with the boys and she'd be in the same dressing room with them, and then they said, here's your janitor closet, and it was that, exactly, a janitor closet. It was like that, or a washroom, or anything that they could find, sometimes in the car.
Did she ever have maybe like a negative reaction around that?
No, I think it was part of life.
It drove her, I think.
It
drove her to succeed, and she was really competitive, and she just wanted to be on the ice and play. So we went out and built a rink in our backyard. She was always the first kid on the ice, the last kid off the ice, and she was an exceptional skater because of that.
And they are so supportive. They've given up so much for me and be able to obviously go everywhere I've gone. They are diehard, my #1 fans. They're my biggest supporters, probably my biggest critic, but it's also like allowed me to develop. And yeah, I mean, I know that I can come to them with anything, and it's great to have that support system always behind me, and even outside of hockey, they're always there.
She wanted to take a year or 2 off before she carried on with her schooling, and ended up going to Europe and playing in Hungary.
It feels a little surreal that you pack up your life and move across the world, but I was really grateful for the support I got, and obviously there's 2 Budapest teams, having the other team there in Ports as well. One of the girls in that team I actually went to the same high school with, so smallest world ever. We had to move to Budapest to reconnect, but it's pretty funny that we're able to do that, obviously, all the way in Hungary.
The Hungarian officials approached her and asked if she'd play for their national program.
So she lived there for 2 years and loved it, and we went over. It was COVID for a lot of it, so a lot of the games were canceled over there, but they did get to travel around. And
she was very excited to play for them, and it's so great. And as you see by the fans that have shown up at these games,
the fans are the best.
The fans are the best. They support their team, and they're just such nice people.
It's growing in Europe, and you're seeing a lot of younger girls get into the game, and I think it's great, especially for countries like Hungary, which need to develop the younger players to continue to grow. And I think it's great to see them out, and I love talking to them. I love the support they bring us, and of course, if I can meet them, like I was that age and I idolized Team Canada players, and I think that it's so great to see that they're continuing to grow, and there's so much talent.
She plays physical, tough every single game, gives it all, and she's super competitive that way.
And it's so nice to just be able to hear so many young girls wanting to get involved and continuing to play.
She knows, she just plays a tough, honest game.
If I fixate too much on results or what I'm doing wrong or things, it takes a lot of the fun out of the game. And I'm just so grateful for everything that I've been given within hockey. I was able to get my college degree because of it. I was able to go overseas. I was able to join the Hungarian national team. I've traveled to, I don't even know, countless countries. It's not my career. Like, if I want to focus on winning and losing, I'll never be able to look back on those moments and be like, these were the times that I was able to spend with some of my best friends. because I was too busy upset that I made a bad pass or I mishandled the puck and they scored. And obviously those things get me down and I get upset about those things, but it's the bigger picture for me that I'd rather represent the Hungarian national team and Hungary as a country and prove how strong we are as a group and just how much we're growing. I think that there's such a young group of Hungarian women playing hockey and growing, and I think the more that we put into it, the more that we're growing, it's just going to grow the country and the sport so much more and so quickly. We're getting so much more support from the government and we're proving that we deserve it. And there's young girls in Hungary wanting to join our team and idolizing players on our team and wanting to be just like us, and it's great to see because that's what we need if we want to continue to have such a strong team as a country.